Hello again, it's Valerie from Wonderfil Specialty Threads, and today we're going to teach you how to use the upper loopers on your serger for a wonderful effect with a heavier thread. So sergers are perfect for finishing edges on any kind of project, and often a lot easier than making a binding. You could create a huge variety of finishes simply by changing the thread you use. A heavy 8-weight thread offers a lot of coverage when stitched out, and it looks much more decorative than a regular serger thread would. So here's what you need. Apart from the serger itself, the most important thing is the thread you're choosing for the upper looper. We're going with an 8-weight thread called Dazzle, which is a rayon thread with one strand of metallic. Because of the touch of sparkle, it's a beautiful choice for decorative finishes. You can use any lightweight serger thread in the lower looper and needle. If you want it to blend in, be sure to select a color that matches with your decorative upper looper thread. I've used a 50-weight cotton called Konfetti, which is my preference because it's a very low lint thread, meaning it helps to reduce lint buildup in the machine. The last thing you'll need is a spool base for your upper looper thread. This is a serger accessory, and many sergers already come with them when you buy it. You will want to use this with your smaller spool of decorative thread and not the serger cone. Otherwise, your thread will tangle coming off the spool and cause tension problems. When you're threading your serger with a heavier thread, you're going to want to bypass the threading port in a machine that threads itself. I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to create a thread cradle with a long loop of normal weight thread. Thread that through using the automatic threader, leaving the loop at the end. Once you take it off threading mode, you're going to pull that loop out so that you can use it to rethread with the heavier thread. Then you're going to want to put the specialty thread on the thread base for your upper looper. Thread it as normal, bypassing the threading port for the upper looper. Thread that heavy thread through the loop that you created with your normal weight thread, making sure to leave a long enough tail, then gently pull it through. Your serger is now threaded with the heavyweight thread. I also have adjusted my tension on that upper looper, reducing the tension so that it's not going to fight with the lower looper finer thread. So once your machine is rethreaded, you're ready to stitch. But before you work on your project, make sure to do a test stitch on a separate piece of fabric to ensure your settings are correct. Here's the piece I did, and you can see that the serged edge has excellent coverage with the thread. If you want tighter coverage, you can reduce your stitch length. Every machine is a little different, so make sure to experiment with the settings that work best on yours. So now that I know my serger is set correctly, I can work on finishing the edges of my project. I have a beautiful piece of embroidered fabric that I want a nice finish on. Alright, so here's the finished sample. You can clearly see the difference that a thick thread makes when finishing a decorative edge because it stands out so much more and fills in the gaps in your serging. You can use this technique on anything from clothes to mini quilts, and I find it easier and quicker than stitching a binding. Do some experimenting and try out a variety of heavyweight threads. See the difference it can make. So here's the finished piece. You can see what a great difference it makes to have that nice decorative edge on an already beautiful piece. So thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment below, like this video, and subscribe so that you can get more tips and tutorials. We'll see you all next time.